Welcome to Different Walks, Different Talks. Michael, I have a question to start off the second one with you. What is something about you that people don't know of?
Oh, something
A
about
controversial
me that
question.
people don't know about. Something about me that people don't know. Well, I would say that a lot of people. There's two ways to look at it.
Okay.
It all depends on who is my friend, who's talking about me, who's thinking about me. Because a lot of people know me as a social guy, someone who's talking to me. And then those people won't know that I'm actually smart. Like I actually do good in school.
Okay, fair.
Right? And then a lot of people who only see me in class, like do good in class, won't see that social aspect of me, right? So there's like
okay.
it's all about like, but then I guess what a general thing
Is there anything like
that
kind of
people don't know about me? Maybe I'll have to get back to you.
All right.
When it comes to me, I'm gonna bring it. When it comes to me, because that's the hard one.
Okay, so when you were going into high school, right?
Yeah.
Were you nervous, and what were you excited about?
So I'll tell you. This actually brings me back to my other story.
All right.
So the school that I started in grade 1, 2, 3, and 4, that school, the elementary school, all the students there go to Assumption.
Oh,
That's the district.
You're fine then.
So
No nervous.
when I switched to the other school, which had grade 5, 6, which I was in for grade 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are where I made my real friends, or like my really close friends.
Oh right.
And all them went to Notre Dame.
Oh.
Which is
right here.
Which is right here. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So they all want to know. So I'm sitting in this position and I'm conflicted. Do I want to go to Notre Dame, but I'll go get no bus because my house is too far, but I will be with my friends.
Right.
And Notre Dame has a French program kind of similar to my elementary French program.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
so
you know how I was doing half the day in French? Notre Dame has like, you know how in grade 9 you have mandatory courses, religion, geography?
Yeah.
They would have some of those mandatory in French.
Oh wow.
So not science or not math, but you would have French class.
Maybe like art.
Geography class, art class, religion class, maybe even. And they had that it was called extended French for high school. So I was like, what do I do? Then I decided, you know what? Assumption is closer. They have AP.
Oh, AP was a factor?
AP was a huge factor because I was like, AP program. I was a nerd. At heart, I was a nerd.
Damn, you really are, man. What
I was a nerd at heart. So I was like, you know what? They have AP. I want to see what this is about. And then we went to the AP info night. And you know what's funny? They don't even tell you the information about AP that you really need. Only now do we realize what AP really means for you.
What did they say to you?
So in the AP information night, they're just like, oh yeah, you learn at accelerated pace. You learn some more units in the curriculum.
I guess that's fair, right?
That's fair. But then they didn't really tell you about like what AP exams really do and how that stuff really plays in.
Right. They never talk about the 5%.
They never talk about the 5%.
I feel like that's like the one.
That's the one thing. You can
maybe they don't want to say it in case a lot of people that are
maybe some schools don't do it.
Doesn't really like do AP. Just go in there for the 5%. Maybe they don't want those type of people going.
You know what's funny? I in grade 11 and 12, like I didn't even take biology AP last year.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, but you got in.
But I did better now in AP biology than I did in biology.
That's what I told Callum.
It's because it's all your surroundings, and it's because that boost motivates you, and you don't want to be the worst in the class.
I don't want to come off cross like rude here, but I would personally say that AP teachers sometimes are better teachers.
I'll 100% agree because they've been teaching AP for so long,
right?
And they're all and look at.
And let's
Mr.
look at the
has
teachers.
A PhD. Mr. Golderman is an astrophysicist. Like, come on, all this.
Mr. Quinlan did chemistry research back in Waterloo.
Exactly. You have all these
so qualified,
such qualified teachers who can teach you, and they also motivate you to do better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And also, it's like the peer group.
The peer group. We'll get into that after.
Right.
So then going back to it.
So when you're like nervous.
So I'm nervous. I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to go into high school. The only people I do know are the people from my old elementary school. But I haven't talked to them in 4 years.
You knew Nathaniel, though.
I knew Nathaniel. So I was lucky I had Nathaniel, too.
Right, you had somebody.
I
always have nobody, bro.
Yeah, see, you came in with nobody, which is way more difficult. But in high school, it's...
And that's like one story of me.
That's one story, exactly.
I've had that over and over, man.
Over and over, exactly. I've only had that going from private preschool to grade 1, 2, 3, 4. No one cares about that. No one remembers that.
Yeah.
Going from the elementary school to the French school, it's easy too. Like you're in the same class, you're gonna meet people no matter what. And then going to the high school, right away I already reconnected with the friends from the elementary because I was able to, because I knew I had to talk to them, put myself out there and make friends.
Right. Yeah.
But then listen to this. We had before you came, there was still some COVID impact.
Right. Yeah.
So we had the quadmester.
Oh, that was a weird thing. I don't remember.
So you came when it was already regular semester.
Yeah, right.
But we had the quad. This is really crazy because this is so short of time and it's only very small impact. Okay. We had 2 classes in a day, 3 hours each, and we had
what
that.
What the hell? Wait, that's really good for making friends, isn't it?
So that was okay for me. We even had break time.
Break time?
Break, like we would have like recess.
Oh. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, normally now we just get one lunch. We would have recess.
Oh, what the heck?
So we would have the quadmester. It would be periods 1 and 2. You would get lunch in between them. No, it would be staggered lunch because we can't have 2 grades in the caf at the same time because COVID.
Oh,
they would put tape on the lunch tables and only 2 people at a time could sit on the lunch table.
That's so funny.
So we would have these 3-hour classes, 1 break in the middle, then lunch, then go. But with me being from the French school, I was able to accelerate into grade 10 AP French.
Oh, awesome.
From grade 8.
That's so awesome.
So that's cool.
Awesome, man. That's great.
But listen to this.
Yeah?
Since I did that, my lunch was with all the grade 10s.
Oh.
So first semester, first 2, I had science, regular science class, then French.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm stuck. I only had one other friend who I knew from I have that same feeling. I'll talk about it later. Right? You keep going. So I had one friend from the same elementary who I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick it out, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lose this opportunity. Then guess what? So that happens. I stick through it 3 months or 2 months, whatever it was. Get my credit, I'm done. And then I finally was able to go back with all the grade 9s and make friends with everyone else.
So now you've made 2 levels of friends.
So now I've made 2 levels of friends. More or less more of grade 9 because grade 10 I was a grade 9 trying to talk to grade 10.
You're kind of scared of them.
I was scared. 100%.
You're scared.
I didn't really make those connections.
Yeah.
But then the next year I'm going to be grade 10 taking grade 11. Oh, guess what? It messes up the schedule again. I'm going to have grade 11 and 9 or French.
Oh wow.
So then I'm like, you know what? So then I didn't take French all of grade 10.
Oh, okay.
I stopped taking it. Then when it was grade 11,
you took
took it. I was grade 11 taking grade 11 French. So then it all worked out again, and then now I'm in French grade 12, and then it was perfect timing, right?
Yeah. So then
that's just how I came from the French, went to the high school, and that's how I picked.
So not really nervous about making friends and stuff.
Of course, everyone's nervous. Even if you're gonna come to the high school with a lot of friends, still kind of nerve-wracking.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
I don't get that at all.
You don't get that, eh?
I don't get that at all. I think maybe it's just my experience.
Maybe because you've done it so many times, it's easy for you.
Yeah, it is.
And you know what else it is? There's a lot more intimidation, I think, in grade 9 than in grade 12. Like if we had a new student come now,
back in grade 9, the bullying was still a thing. You know, people still like to bully others.
People still fought, and people still
because people were their brains was just developing.
Just developing. And when you're a new kid, people are judgy.
Yeah.
Now, especially if you come into school grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, people are going to welcome you. They're going to want to be. They're interested in knowing who are you.
I never really cared too much about the judginess, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably because of the buzz cut, just primed me.
Exactly. You don't care.
Yeah, I don't care, man. I really don't care.
Who cares what other people say to you? At the end of the day, it's what you.
And I've already moved around so much.
And if someone wants to have a bad opinion about you, let them have the bad opinion.
Yeah, right. So, okay. This is a bit of a deeper question.
Yeah.
If you could redo something in high school for the 4 years, is there anything you would change?
I mean, I have to say, if I would change anything, there's a lot of change.
Okay, like what?
Of course, everyone has regrets.
Okay,
right? But I would say, it's hard to say, but overall, there's nothing so impactful that I would regret not doing.
Okay.
Like I would say, picking my classes I was okay with. Maybe that initial time with doing the French and sticking in it could have impacted who I became friends with later on. Yeah. But actually, what I would say I regret is not trying harder to, you see me, I'm friends with a lot of people.
Yeah, right.
But I would say not trying harder to be friends with everyone. And also just not trying harder to make everyone included with each other. Because I would like to be kind of an intermediary person that is able to make everyone connected, and everyone know each other.
Right.
So you have people in this friend group, even to this day, they're not friends with each other, or they don't really talk, they don't know each other. Yeah. But for the entire grade to be united and know everybody, well, everyone knows each other for the most part.
But closer.
But closer, exactly. That's what I mean. For me to not be that kind of mediating person.
Yeah, you think you should have built more connections?
I think I did an okay job at being able to connect people, and I think the fact that I've been able to connect with a lot of different people, different friend groups
Yeah.
is a good thing. But for the whole grade to be connected is something I really would have wanted to see more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people that has cool stories that people miss out on. That's
Exactly.
why
There's a
I'm
lot
actually
of-
doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Like Samuel Fano.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "Why is this guy tweaking every time at at like the ambassador meetings?"
Mm.
Now I understand his whole story about construction. He was actually he had a tough story.
It's a tough story. Like,
there's a lot of stories that people have, like Michael Margie don't have tomorrow.
You want to share.
He's moved 13 times.
See, I had no idea that.
No,
I knew that.
and he's actually a really cool guy. You talk to him. Yeah,
exactly.
People label a lot of people as nerds and stuff.
And then it's also like you see that American high school thing, that the stereotype.
Right.
In those American high schools, everyone is friends.
Yeah.
And there was always these big parties and these big cool events.
Right.
But like for Canadian high school, and especially for us, even though we're a smaller high school, I think that also contributes to the reason that we're not all as connected.
Really?
Because if there was a lot of people,
it's easier to just like group together, right?
Like it's just like so much more interactions overall. It's like that in chemistry when there's more interactions. So if there's more people, there's more interactions.
Right.
So overall, there's more connections.
Right.
And then
some people, like our school, I feel like our grades was pretty excluded in terms of friend groups, right?
Yeah,
like that group, and they don't mingle at all.
Yeah. I mean, overall, like all the guys out there are pretty close.
Yeah,
and
I would say
cool.
Right, true.
But like in terms of closeness, there's definitely all different groups. Which I mean, like, that's how it should be. Not everyone can be all in the same close group, but overall, for everyone to be
maybe just to like listen to each other.
Or have like
exactly.
Talk.
Okay. So in high school, there's clubs and stuff that you did. What are some things that stand out to you, like some hobbies or passions that you pursued?
Pursued in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start with the beginning. When you're in grade 9, you want to join every club.
Right.
You want to do it all
to be friends with people.
To be friends with people. Exactly. You want to meet people because if you don't do something, the only way you're going to meet people is through class. But in class, you're learning.
In class, there's not much time, and you're learning. Teacher's going to get angry.
You're learning. Teacher's going to get angry. You don't know what to do. So the biggest things is sports.
That's the biggest.
And clubs. So the first club I ever joined was investment club.
Investment club.
Okay. And I remember investment club was to me so cool. We would go in.
Me too. I love that club.
You love the club. Exactly. I remember me and you were in it, and we would do it. And we would get the stock simulator.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I'm actually doing real stocks.
Right? And you know what's funny? In grade 9, I would think even more ambitious about trying to make money than I am now. Now I'm just all focused on I'm going to go to university.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to pursue my degree.
Yeah, our dreams kind of just got vanquished.
Exactly, your dreams got vanquished.
It's killed by the grades.
Exactly. Like I was in grade 9,
you could dream. You could dream,
and you were way more destined to try new things.
Yeah,
and try to make obviously that entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah, right.
That mentality. Since in grade 9 you have so much more time, the ability to do is more. So I was like, okay, I want to learn more about stocks. I want to get invested. I want to make some money.
Yeah.
So that's why when I joined the investment club, I was like, okay, we got the simulator. I'm going to have this money to spend. I'm going to buy these stocks. So I was like, okay, that's really cool. So I love pursuing that.
Okay.
Then it changed to DECA.
It did.
So grade 10, I didn't do DECA.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't do it because I didn't really know it.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, damn it, they got rid of investment club.
They got rid of investment club.
I was like, what's this silly DECA thing? I don't want to.
Now I have to do it's more of an
because they use the word thing. DECA. You don't even know what it means.
Yeah, you know that it stands for Distributive Education Clubs of America.
Yeah, right. I do know it now, but like DECA, like investment club, like I'm investing.
So cool.
Right? Yeah. And DECA is just like a big brand name.
And the difference about investment club is honestly sometimes when there's less of a commitment, it's easier to do.
Right. That's totally the biggest thing when I was making my club.
It's easier to do.
Right.
So, but then it's funny enough, Andy is the one who actually convinced me to stay in DECA.
Andy Bass?
I remember grade 11, and thank God he told me to stay. Because it's needed for your applications, right?
You're right. Yeah, that was perfect for you for going into business.
Exactly. Man. So I'll get back to DECA after, but let me talk about, then there was grade 9 basketball.
Yeah.
So grade 9 basketball team, I remember I was there at the end.
I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing because I never played organized basketball. So, I'm fine in 1v1 situations.
Like, he's beating me in 1v1.
When it comes to 5v5 and the coaches are like, go here, go there, go there.
It's hard.
I was like, I'm not going to put my memory in this. You know how I'm like the bad student? I still am. I'm like, I don't want to memorize this.
Dedicate myself to
right. I was like, I'm not that good to go pro.
Exactly.
Like the plays, I just kind of remember them, not really, but yeah.
So I remember, and then this also is going to build on to what we talk about later about like influencing and talking.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best player. By any means, I wasn't even, there was probably some players that were better than me that didn't make the team. But what I did do was...
Oh, I remember this guy in grade 9. He'll be like, yes, guys, let's run. I'll be like...
I had the most energy.
Yeah.
I had the most passion.
Yeah.
I had the most influence. And after every practice, I would go to the coach and I'd be like, thank you so much for the tryout. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. With COVID,
you know what I thought?
I didn't get to play basketball in grade 8.
No, you know what I thought? Yeah. I was like, this slimy kid is glazing the basketball coach so much. Is he the coach's son or something?
Exactly. So
that's what I thought. Because I knew you were a mid-tier player, not to offend you.
I was.
You made up for all that passion. Exactly. But I was like, damn, this kid is
and
such
even
a
more sad enough.
That's what I thought.
In grade 7, when we had the grade 7 and 8 basketball team, I didn't make the team. And you know what's funny enough? In that time, I was one of the good players.
I was wow.
But there was this one coach who saw me in all the tryouts, and I was doing really well. I was making threes, layups, everything. And that's like when I was like invested in basketball. Like I love basketball.
Right.
Grade 7. And then the last tryout, this one other coach came in to watch who like I guess intimidated me, or I don't know, and I didn't play good in that tryout.
Damn.
So then the next day I was cut.
Damn.
So then that really depressed me. But then in that time I was more of a bigger kid and not really athletic. And then I hit puberty going into grade 8. So I was slimmed out.
Oh, right.
Became faster, more athletic.
Yeah.
So then in grade 8, I was so excited to play basketball because I knew I was going to make a team. Like I was a better player. I was one of the top. But then COVID hit, no basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So then grade 9 came around. I'm like, come on, I got to play. So that's why I put all my effort into trying hard on the court and then also motivating the team, being enthusiastic.
You did good on that. You did good on the grades.
Then the day came, the cuts came out, and I made the team. I was like, yes. I was so excited. I was just so excited to be a part of it because I was like, wow.
That's so awesome.
I made that. It was an amazing feeling, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Getting into the thing you were trying so hard.
Such a good feeling. Yeah. And then even though I didn't play, but who cares? I was there.
Yeah, I know.
My one odd basket in the odd game. That's a good feeling.
I literally put myself into the team.
Yeah,
I sent a coach. I sent an email to Mr. Cap, but then I never played any games because I didn't have any time or anything. Yeah. So I would come to some practice. I don't think I was allowed either. Yeah. Because I was at the end, but I got the chance to practice, and it was still fun.
It's fun. I loved it. To get a good workout.
I loved it, yeah. It's still fun. Even though I didn't really know what was happening, but it was still fun.
I remember there'd be some drills, you'd be like, where am I going?
Yeah, I know. It'd be so fun. Yeah.
So then grade 10 hit, and I...
No, one thing, chess club. One meeting.
Oh my God. See, the chess club never got the love it deserved.
The teacher didn't have time.
The teachers
That's why. They killed it because they did... Every time there's like chess club, we'll all go there, excited, canceled on
my cousin who graduated from high school a few years, the same one who made that game, he graduated high school like a long time ago. He said in grade 9 and 10 and 11, chess club was the biggest club. Everyone was invested in chess. Really? So I know for a fact in our school, if we had a regular chess club meetings, so many kids would do it. Chess is already such a fun thing. Such a fun thing to do. Yeah. So fun, of course.
And you know what was really funny? Talking to Callum, his first impression of me was chess club. When we were there, Callum was there. He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Angus." Oh, I don't even remember. He remembered me from that.
Oh wow, I don't know. Yeah. Oh wow. I only remember playing chess with you that one game. That's the only thing I remember.
Me too. And then I did one with Ashton afterwards. That was it. So that's where he got my first impression from chess club.
Because how funny is it that you got first impression people from a club that barely existed?
Yeah, and I do not remember Callum at all. Oh my God. That was so funny.
That's too funny. Like how did it go from chess club didn't exist to boom, you met these people? Yeah, like we were ready to be part of chess club and do it, but then it would be like meeting canceled this week, meeting canceled this week.
Over and over.
Then it just got to a point where the club was done. But I know for a fact it could have got so good. It could have been the thing that we like love to do, along with investment club.
Back in New Zealand, chess was a really big thing, and my friends was like junior master. My friends were
junior grandmaster or just junior master.
Junior master. They weren't like junior grandmaster. I think one of them was getting close there. Like, they were good. They had all the knowledge. I would play them. They would kill me in 5 minutes.
It's off topic, but I saw a clip of Magnus Carlsen. Yeah. He's like the best chess player, right?
Yeah, right. I know.
He was playing against like 10 lawyers.
Yeah, with his mind, right?
With his blindfold.
Yeah.
And he only used his mind to move the pieces.
That's
like
so cool.
D7.
That's so cool.
I can't even fathom that
chess
kind
is
of...
like one of the coolest games ever.
I can't even fathom that kind of thinking, like how you have to think about 10 different chessboards at the same time, knowing where each piece is. And then knowing where to
how do you even train for that? You know what I mean?
I think that's like one of those things that you're born with.
Yeah, like I know.
That click in your brain, it kind of builds off of that.
Yeah.
But then, so then we're going back to the clubs. This is fun. So
yeah.
So then,
like it. All right.
So then, grade 10 starts. DECA's around, and funny enough, I was in Michelle's class, but I was in her class in the second semester. So she didn't really mention DECA to me. But it was basketball again. But this time, basketball, I was actually better.
Okay.
So I was good on the team. I knew I was going to make
I think you did some better in grade 10. I think you did improve, actually.
I improved because that's also when I started working.
I remember when I played 1v1 with you. I was like, oh, this guy improved.
Yeah.
I still spoke to you. I still got you. No, you were like 5 points up in one of them.
Oh, one of them. I know I was close.
I remember.
But I remember I improved from grade 9 to 10. I made a team. Our team was actually good this year. Like in grade 9.
Yeah, you guys had good players.
We had no wins. One win or 2 wins. But in grade 9 we did really good.
We had like a good team. Yeah.
Or sorry, grade 10 we did really good. We had a good team, but then we just fell short.
So
in grade 10 hit, and then the biggest thing Miss L was pushing was me to be an ambassador.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, ambassador.
We got on the same thing. Actually.
We got on the same thing.
I was different because I never got the interaction with Miss L.
Miss L, exactly.
So I was with Miss R.
Oh.
And then me and Ashwin, Miss R, she had 2 ambassadors to do a student retreat. But then she knew me. I forgot through what exactly. I think maybe. Oh, I started debate club.
Did you start in grade 10?
Mid-grade 10.
Mid-grade 10.
So she knew me a little, and then she's like, "Oh, Ashwin, Angus, the ambassadors can't come. Do you want to be like junior ambassadors with me?" So we're grade 10s. And she's
okay,
she's like, "We could give you some volunteer hours." So we came on the retreat. You know, I'm good with kids too. Like,
exactly. It's easy to.
So they liked it, and then she was like, "Wow, you guys should be ambassadors in the future." But like, Ashwin never made it. I don't know.
So then did she tell you about how to apply and everything?
Yeah, exactly. So she told me to do this.
See, I got that from Miss L.
Yeah, I was also in student senate for grade 10.
Oh, you were already in council from grade 10.
Senate. It's a whole different thing.
What is that? I never heard of that.
I don't want to get political here. No, I'm scared. But Senate was not my type of people.
Oh,
it's not my type of people. It was like the people there. It
wasn't like council?
Not like council at all. Like you go there and first they do land acknowledgement.
Senate. It's from other schools, right?
And then they do like things about student like land things, and then how we should learn about how to protect the land, and then write new things and practice. It wasn't just like my type of vibe. I first hopped on Senate because
how did you even get in Senate?
It was like a separate application they did.
Yeah, out of school.
No, in school, but it was on like the announcements and no one saw it, so I did it and I got in. I was like, okay, because my background was like pretty stacked, I guess. So I got in, and my first thing for Senate, my driven goal that made me want to be Senate was if I could put a basketball net up in our school in like the back. That was why I wanted to do it.
That would be
right? Right?
Because all the kids play soccer.
Yes. I don't play soccer. Me too. I'm so shy at soccer. I know.
Every single lunch was soccer.
I like soccer, but I suck at soccer. I'm so much better at basketball than soccer. So that was my thing. I was like, I'm on student senate. Maybe I can actually do something. I get there. Oh my god! It's like I joined a political party. First we're doing land acknowledgements, then we're doing that, and I realized that this leadership camps, I don't even know what they did. So I just ended up not going. Yeah. It's like a month. You drive out to different schools and they host the pizza and then they talk, and then all the kids were the same vibe. They weren't my type of people, you know. So I dropped out of Senate. I dropped out of Senate after grade 10.
So, but see, you know what's sad? Actually, you make a good point. There's nothing really in our school. I know we have council president thing, that would actually promote something like that, like in a basketball court.
Like I was thinking about it. Yeah. I was like, it's so easy. Just stick a net on the wall, right? But then now I think about it. It's like all these classes behind those walls. I can't do it. But that's the mindset that kills the things, man. That's the mindset.
You know that little field they have next to the field?
Right.
That's actually a government.
Yeah, right. Law. Brendan told us that, right?
Yeah, Brendan was telling us.
Yeah.
Imagine you make that into a basketball court.
Yeah. And I even wanted to play on the basketball courts in like the private school, but like they can't do it. You can't do it. I was like, I guess I can, and they won't. Yeah, so I was just bummed out, man. That was like the whole reason I wanted to join Sin was for the basketball court. Yeah.
But it's funny how they didn't even give you the impression or what the Senate was really about.
Right. They just get you. It's like a mystical thing. Yeah.
It's kind of stupid that they didn't tell you.
Yeah. Right.
So then it's funny. You started debate in grade 10, but I wasn't a part of it.
No.
I didn't do it.
My whole debate story. Do you want me to talk to you a bit about it?
Yeah.
So first I got Miss Crow.
Oh, Miss Crow.
Miss Crow is the OG teacher with Miss R. They helped me, and then it was I did not do any planning.
Yeah,
I didn't do any planning. It's a lot of commitment. And I was the guy teaching everyone because Miss Crow and stuff, they don't know debate. It was me. So I had first meeting. I had like 15 people. So not too bad. Not bad at all.
To actually start a club.
Then I get there and then I realize I don't really know what to do because it's like as soon as I make it serious and I start teaching people drop it. So I need to make it fun. But then when it's fun and it's debate, you're not good enough, you don't get fun. So it was stuck in this midst. And then a lot of the times I started becoming Mr. Sauce where I just canceled the club on the day, killed it. So we dropped to 3 members. 3 members, just me, Ashwin, and like Amelia at one point. It was just us three or 5 people. Like Jana was there at some point. Emma was there at a little point. I didn't really know them at the time. But yeah, so it was really bad. Grade 11, I started grade 11. I was like, during the summer, I was like, I'm going to actually launch it properly. So this time I prepared slides for every week. When I had the icebreakers, I had the things, yes. Yeah. So I wanted to make it fun, right? And then bam, Miss Hansen came in. She's like, we're doing tournaments. And then I was like, wow, she's killing me. She's cooking me. I was like, this is bad. She's coming here. She's ruining the fun of my club, right? But then I realized that a lot of people in grade 11, they wanted to do it for the resume. So when Miss Hansen and Mr. Coach came, they actually ended up helping me. They actually helped me because everyone started learning and they had the passion to learn. I was so surprised Brandon Keogh was there. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of you guys, I was surprised you guys came every week. You were like, and at the start, we were bad, but I saw you guys improve day by day, week by week. And we ended up getting so good.
I want to say, out of any club I've been a part of at Assumption at school, debate is easily the most impactful and most beneficial for you.
And I'll tell you why as well. DECA, the problem with DECA and Model UN is
not enough exposure.
It's not, no. So you go there for a couple of weeks, right? It's just like talks. It's talks. You're building up to this one tournament. It's done. It's over. It's not. It's like tennis tournament. One tournament is done for our school at least. Yeah. Basketball, you have like practice, games. That's how debate was. It was a year-round club. That's the difference with DECA. Exactly. At least Miss L hosts like the student thing for the. That was good. That was good on Miss L. But like after the provincials, a lot of people just end up not going. That's why debate we actually learn more.
Debate, if you want to get better, you go to the meetings every week.
Yeah, and you push yourself to do it even when you don't want to debate.
The biggest skill that it teaches is to think off your feet.
Yeah.
It's so important to be able to do that.
It was,
It's not every time in life you're going to be prepared for something.
Right.
You're going to get some moments where you have to think on your feet and go with it.
Right.
And if you have no experience in that, you're frozen up your butt.
Yeah, exactly. The freeze is what gets you.
It's the fear of the freeze.
Yes.
That's what kills you.
That's I hated debate at first. I was like, the freeze. And then when you freeze, you don't know what to say. You're standing there. Everyone's looking at you for 30 seconds. You're like, oh man, it's the worst feeling. Yeah.
You freeze for 5 seconds, you can recover. Freeze for 10, okay, it's bad.
Freeze for 30, you sit down. There's nothing else you can do.
I'll give my time.
Did you ever freeze?
In debate, no.
Do you remember? No.
I don't remember freezing, no.
Yeah?
I remember.
Were you scared of it though? We're going
in. The beginning, yes.
Yeah.
But after like maybe 3.
I think you were good, yeah.
I became good. And then the prime of my debating, this is the problem. This is what hit us apart, was when we went to that STA tournament.
Yeah.
I remember my debating was so good. Like I remember I used one like Miguel's thing. Remember when Miguel?
Yeah, I know. You told me.
Christmas debate.
Yeah, totally.
He's like, look out the window, and there's Santa, and then we all look.
Yeah,
because that's reasonable proof to prove Santa's.
Yeah, because we're trying to prove it's not real, and he was trying to prove it's real. So that was the best thing ever.
I remember I used that. It was part of like one of the topics they used. I said that can never pay their attention here.
Yeah.
But then what I didn't learn, because we were always doing debate 2v2.
Yeah.
Up until that tournament. Then we got to that STA tournament, and they introduced this four.
Oh yeah.
So it was what was it? The prime minister, remember?
It's like two teams on one side, two teams on the other. That's all we do now.
So what I didn't realize was, exactly. Ever since that tournament, we started doing that the whole time.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize was that that title of debate, if you're a final speaker, you can't bring up new points.
Oh.
So in that tournament, the whole time, I kept like bringing up really.
Oh man! So you just didn't know the rules.
I didn't know, and then all the judges would say your team was last. I'm thinking like, what?
Oh man, that's what killed it. Damn, I didn't know.
Say like I was.
Man, that's too bad.
And the judges were like, no, you didn't get that. Both times they tell me you didn't get the idea of like the closing government.
Oh, they should have just told you to summarize.
Exactly, you should have just told me. Like,
yeah, they're like you didn't get the idea of the closing government. Yeah. Like you don't even know what you mean by that, right? Just tell me I'm gonna have to summarize, then I know what I'm doing.
What you bring up your points, you rebuttal with other.
Yeah, right. That's what we keep doing.
That's what we kept doing. But then when it got to that point of you only rebuttal and you only summarize what they said.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because I wanted to. Because the problem with that is you don't really make as much of an impact unless you're a really skilled debater.
Yeah.
Then you can really.
When you really summarize.
Then you're really good at it, especially to help your team.
Yeah, it's a good feeling actually. Yeah.
You need that skill.
But I'd say debate, we also grew so much public speaking wise. Like the people that did valedictorian, all of us was debaters.
Yeah.
And then if you look at English class based on presentation, me, Tarun, 100, like you had the highest too. Yeah. Callum is good at presentation as well. Grant, Hank, everyone that did debate club, Amelia as well, Miguel even and Ashwin, like everyone that did it. Yes, I actually saw you guys improve in debate as well. At first, I was so far from you guys, but then I saw you guys catching up to me. I got kind of scared. Yeah.
Because when you practice once every week, of course you're gonna get better.
Yeah,
and then it was perfect how you had it, where we would do a debate every week.
Right.
Then when we started doing the more impromptu, that's when we really got good.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, you would prepare the motion, we would have the week to prepare, we would just use ChatGPT,
right,
and then use a scripted speech.
Yeah.
And then when we do the impromptu, that's when you really
had to think on the spot. Right.
And then it's like you couldn't do any research. Mm-hmm. So you have to go based on what you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you have to be versed in everything.
Exactly.
You need to watch the news.
And you have to make stuff up. Or just like help you promote what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's how it really builds.
And also, like, when do you think it got fun? Debate got fun for me when I started debating. You know what I mean? Like once you got good at the game, it gets fun.
Yeah. The beginning of debate and prepared motions was fun, but I didn't really enjoy it as much until after.
Like the impromptu when you got good, right?
Yeah, the impromptu, and after that tournament, it's when debate was really and then even the few weeks before that tournament, debate was really the debates were good. And I remember closing in on that tournament. I remember Mr. Coach saying, like, "Oh, you guys have been getting so better," and he's like, "Oh yeah, this debate was so good. Like the debates were getting so much better as time went on."
Right.
Yeah.
If you vibe with this combo, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that sub button. We'll catch you next time on Different Walks, Different Talks.